The next topic we are going to see is about theorems of moment of inertia. So basically we have the two theorems, parallaxis as well as a perpendicular axis theorem. This parallaxis theorem and perpendicular axis theorem are very important, that can be asked in the 5 marks. First we have the parallaxis theorem. So the statement is, the parallaxis theorem states that the moment of inertia about any axis is equal to the sum of moment of inertia about a parallel axis which is passing through its center of mass and the product of mass and square of the perpendicular distance between the two axes. For this, first consider a body, okay, which is having the axis, okay, and this is any perpendicular axis. So between these two axes, the distance let us consider as d. Clear? So what is said here is moment of inertia about any axis. So moment of inertia about any axis என்றது இந்த axis தான். Okay, that is any axis. Okay, that is being denoted by the letter I. Okay, that is equal to, so equal to sum of. Okay, so sum of என்றதுனால என்ன பண்றோம், we are writing as plus. Okay, எதுக்குமான sum அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா moment of inertia about a parallel axis with which is through its center of mass. So இதுதான் ஒரு parallel axis. So இதுக்கு parallel axis இது. ஓகே, அது எது வழியா போகுது, இதோட center of mass வழியா மூவ் ஆகுது. ஓகே, so that is written as I of G அப்படின்னு எழுதலாம், இல்ல I of C அப்படின்னு கூட எழுதலாம். ஓகே, and so and what product of, so எதுக்குமான product mass and square of the distance. Okay, so massக்கும் distance ஓட squareக்கும் இருக்கிற product. So இது ரெண்டு productல தானே எழுதிருக்கோம், m into d square. Okay, so this is about the parallaxis theorem. This statement is very very important. Okay, so just know with this equation so that easily you can write with this statement. So what is the equation is I which is equal to Ig plus m into d square. Okay, இதில் ஐன்றது என்னது, moment of inertia about any axis, that is equal to what, plus எழுதிருக்கோம் இல்லையா, அதுக்கு தான் என்ன சொல்கிறோம்னா sum of அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம். sum of என்னென்ன ரெண்டு term. Okay, first என்னது moment of inertia which is passing through its center of mass and என்னது product of. so எதுக்குமான product, mass and square of the distance. massக்கும் square of the distanceக்கும் இருக்கிற product. Okay, அதுதான் என்னது parallaxis theorem. Okay, so make clear with this statement. This theorem is very very important one. Parallaxis theorem states that the moment of inertia about any axis is equal to the sum of moment of inertia about a parallel axis which is through its center of mass and the product of mass and square of distance between the two axes. So we are going to prove this. I is equal to IC plus m into d square. I told you, no, since it is passing through the center of mass, it is denoted as I of C. Okay, so this is about any axis. This is passing through the center of mass. This is a product of mass and square of the distance. So let us consider a rigid body. So we'll be considering a rigid body. Its moment of inertia about AB is passing through the center of mass is IC. So இதில் ஒரு ஆக்சிஸ் அதுதான் என்னதுன்னா ஏபி, இதோட moment of inertia தான் என்ன எழுதிருக்காங்கன்னா I of C அப்படின்னு எழுதிருக்கோம். ஓகே, நெக்ஸ்ட் இஸ் DE is another axis. ஸோ இங்கே இன்னொரு ஆக்சிஸ் இருக்கு, அந்த ஆக்சிஸ்க்கு பேர் என்னது DE and which is at a distance D from AB. So AB இருந்து அந்த axis வந்து என்ன டிஸ்டன்ஸ்ல இருக்கு, D அப்படின்ற டிஸ்டன்ஸ்ல இருக்கு. ஓகே, moment of inertia about DE is I. So இந்த ஆக்சிஸோட moment of inertia என்னது நம்மளுக்கு I. ஓகேவா, ஏபியோட moment of inertia என்னது IC, இதோட moment of inertia என்னதுன்னா I அப்படின்னு கன்சிடர் பண்ணிக்கிறோம். And for deriving with the expression, okay, let us consider a point of mass m which is at the position x from the center of mass. Okay, so நம்ம இந்த expression derive பண்றதுக்காக என்ன பண்றோம்னா, we are going to derive that it is, we are having a mass m which is at a distance what, x. So seeing with this diagram, this is a body. Okay, this is the axis AB which is passing through the center of mass and the another axis DE which is at a distance D. Consider a point mass which is the distance x from this center. Clear? Now we are going to derive this expression. Consider the moment of inertia formula. What is the formula for moment of inertia? Is summation of mi into ri square, okay? Or generally this can be written as summation m into r square. Now to write this r, we are considering the total distance, okay? So இங்க இருந்து இதுக்கான distance, because this is a center of mass c, okay? இந்த object என்ன distanceல இருந்துச்சு d, இந்த object என்ன distanceல இருந்துச்சு x. So if we consider the total distance, this can be written as x plus d. So இது செப்பரேட்டா நம்ம x square d square எழுதக்கூடாது, because we are adding both this term. So we are writing as x plus d the whole square. Clear? Now just expand this using the formula a plus b the whole square, okay? So we are getting with the term x square plus d square plus 2x into d, a square plus b square plus 2ab, okay? Now multiply this summation m inside, okay? So we are getting as mx square md square then 2d into mx. Same way multiply this summation inside now. So summation m into x square, summation m into d square, some 2d into summation m into x, okay? Now what is this summation m into x square அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம்னா இந்த டயக்ராம்ல இருந்து, okay? So this object of point mass is at a distance x from the center of mass. In the center of mass ல இருந்து வருது இல்லையா? So what is the formula for I ன்றது moment of inertia. So general formula என்னது summation m into r square. இங்க r square க்கு பதிலா என்ன எழுதிருக்கோம், x square னு எழுதிருக்கோம் இல்லையா? So this can be written as I of c அப்படின்னு எழுதலாம். ஏன் I of c னு எழுதலாம்னா, because this is moment of inertia which is passing through the center of mass. Center of mass ல இருந்து இந்த ஆப்ஜெக்ட் எடுத்துக்கிட்டதுனால, so இந்த டேர்முக்கு பதிலா என்ன எழுதிக்கிறோம்னா IC அப்படின்னு எழுதிக்கிறோம், okay? In this term summation m இருக்கு இல்லையா? So that is the sum of all the masses அப்படின்றதுனால அந்த summation m க்கு பதிலா நம்ம வந்து capital M அப்படின்னு எழுதிக்கிறோம், ஓகேவா? And here we are going to consider this term to be equal to 0, okay? Since it is summation of mx, okay? X என்ற distance வரதுனால we are considering that value to be equal to 0. So இந்த values எல்லாம் substitute பண்ணோம்னா, so the condition is summation mx square பதிலா என்ன சொன்ன IC அப்படின்னு சொன்ன. Next is summation mx வந்து என்னது 0. ஏன்னா x can take both the positive as well as negative values. அப்போ positive and negative இருக்கும்போது summation of all plusம் இருக்கு minusம் இருக்கு. அப்ப இது எல்லாத்தையும் ஆட் பண்ணும்போது என்ன ஆயிடும், 0 ஆயிடும். So summation will be 0, okay? So that is the second condition, that is summation mx வந்து 0. Then the next one is what, summation m is equal to என்னது capital M, okay? So first term பதிலா IC னு எழுதிட்டோம். இதுல summation m into d square தனியா எழுதிட்டு summation m க்கு பதிலா என்ன எழுதுறோம், capital M. So we are getting with this I is equal to IC plus m into d square. So இதுதான் நம்ம first equationல பார்த்தோம் இல்லையா? Parallaxis theorem is been proved. Clear with this? Thank you.